It's a serious issue of ragging that needs to be tackled now. Suicides, deaths linked to ragging 2012 to 2023, 78 cases in all. Maharashtra, among the leading states, unfortunate, 10. UP 7, Tamil Nadu 7, Telangana 6, Andhra Pradesh 5, MP 4. Our source is an RTI that was given to the University Grants Commission. Ragging complaints have also increased. UP at the highest, 1,202. Madhya Pradesh was next with 795. West Bengal had 728. Odisha 517. Bihar 476. Maharashtra 393. What is clear is despite a Supreme Court order making it very clear that ragging was a serious crime 15 years ago, it continues on the campus, the latest instances in Kerala. I'm joined by T.P. Srinivasan, former Vice Chairman and Executive Head of the Kerala State Higher Education Council with the rank of Vice Chancellor, has been a distinguished bureaucrat as well, a diplomat as well. Jitin Chawla is Student and Career Counsellor, the Director, Centre for Career Development. Let me come to you, Mr. Srinivasan. Kerala finds itself India's most literate state in the eye of a storm with these ragging cases. What does that tell us about what's happening on our campuses?
It's a terrible shame. It is not the first time that these things are happening. We have politicized the education system so much that all these are, politicized, and one group is attacking the other. It's not just ragging. It is just
no, so you're linking it to student politics, sir?
Ragging is absolutely, because it is not ragging. It is just trying to put somebody down or create a situation where they can beat up someone. And of course, ragging is a respectable name given because it is presumed that children, in the early stages of their college indulge in this. But this is not ragging. And every college has an anti-ragging group. But they are not effective at all because these are done in the quietness or the darkness of the universities or hostels. And by the time it is reported, police comes, etc., it has become totally ineffective. Laws are there, but I have seen that this is very widespread in India, in Kerala. And
is there no fear of the law, sir? Is there no fear, Mr. Srinivasan, of the law?
Well, it is a law breaking that is the problem because police is inactive. Police is selective. If the police finds that somebody they favor or some party which commits this, the police just looks at the other way. And therefore, there is this discrimination between one group and the other. And I don't think it is ragging. It is basically political violence which is raging in Kerala. Not a day passes without violence in the
You're making a very important point. You're saying,
other places.
You're saying, Mr. Srinivasan, this is not ragging as much as political violence in a state like Kerala, heavily politicized campuses. But Jitin Chawla, as a student and career counsellor, while Kerala seems to, as Mr. Srinivasan pointed out, lines between ragging and political violence getting blurred, there are still other parts of the country. I'm putting out the details. Suicides, deaths continue to be linked to ragging in other parts of the country. Is it that students believe they can get away with it? They are not aware of the regulations, or they are aware of the regulations and feel no fear to go ahead and rag some juniors almost to the condition where some of them are attempt suicide?
So it's like this, that 40% students experience some form of ragging and only 8.6% report. This is a report published by Hindu sometime back. So it is so prevalent that there has been what I would call as normalization of ragging. People feel that it's absolutely fine. It's a tradition. I mean, so when students are joining in, so they'll be told that this is the way it happens. And typically it becomes much more somehow in case of medical student, which is so surprising. They are the people who are supposed to be ultimately doctors and they'll be more patient. But the medical students report more ragging, followed by the engineering student, followed by regular colleges. And whenever...
And what do the college authorities tell you, Jitin? When you raise these issues, what do college authorities say?
So, college authorities will always say, hey, we have a complete anti-ragging cell, we are doing this, we are doing that, but they only wake up when something happened. Aman Kachru's case happened in 2009, and his father then, he put it up very strongly and he fought a big battle to have the culprits punished, and finally it was 2009. But again, I mean, it keeps on rising year after year. It is so shameful. I mean, the university, and today a lot of universities are run by private people. I would say, of course, the government also runs a large numbers. UGC has an anti-ragging cell. UGC would make comments, but there was no formal training. Ideally, if I'm like, there are VC conferences which happen, but their ragging is not spoken about. Their digital transformation is being spoken about. But ragging is a malaise which has really got into the system. It is very shameful. And for a student who's, in fact, I have parents who come to me and say, I will not send my child to such and such state because we feel the child is not safe. And they are happy to send children to outside India. Like at my office, we have teams which help students choose India and abroad. And a lot of parents would say, hey, if it is Delhi near my eyes, I can watch, then it's fine. Otherwise, I'll send my child outside. I'll send my child to London, or I'll send my child to
not everyone, of course, can send their children to London. The truth of the matter is, you said ragging is normalized. Mr. Srinivasan, you've served in different posts before. You had you worked with higher education. It is very worrying that, as I said, a state as highly literate as Kerala also is unable to make a distinction between what is brazen political violence and ragging, which is extremely unfortunate. What's the solution? Do you see a solution out there, Mr. Srinivasan?
Yes, it is very difficult when police take sides. That is the issue. And authorities are generally in denial. I did some studies when I was vice chairman of the Higher Education Council. Every vice chancellor or educationist would tell me that there is no such serious issue in their institutions. And when something seriously happens, a student is killed or something, they'll immediately say that this is a political issue. So anti-ragging is part of our syllabus, part of our responsibility in the State Higher Education Council. So we have been monitoring this. And therefore, there is no such rule that can change the situation.
But you're saying that what you need is university authorities need to be more sensitized. Higher education authorities across the board need to be more sensitized. Am I correct? And penalized for violations.
Absolutely. And this is the same story about abuse of women. This also is
right.
They deny. I did a study and submitted a report and asked the vice chancellor. They all said, in my university this does not happen. That's all that they say.
So you're saying
much of it is hidden.
Right. So you're saying university authorities need to wake up, smell the coffee, accept that these are problems.
Absolutely.
And they need to sensitize themselves and indeed the entire student community. This needs to become a campaign. And that's really the only way. Students cannot be allowed to get away now in today's India.
But let me stress.
Yes. Right. Right, sir. Mr. Srinivasan.
Let me also stress that the government should make sure that
Yeah, go ahead. Finish up, sir. Government should make sure.
No, I was just saying that make sure that the police is not partial in these cases.
Right. The role of the police also.
Children who are in favor of their politics.
Sure. The role of the police also under scrutiny. TP Srinivasan.
And that is very necessary.
And Jitin Chawla, appreciate you joining me here on the news today. We'll continue to track these stories from across the country.